All right. I'm good. All right, all right. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. You're tuned into Holla the Success Scholar. I am the Success Scholar, Akeisha Kwame. Here, thank you all for tuning in, listening in. Here each and every Monday at elifemedia.net. We're here at Everlasting Life in Capitol Heights, Maryland. And yes, man, I just want to thank everybody for continuing to support. Got a lot of progressive, positive things going on here at eLife. Last week, well, this weekend actually, Professor Griff was in town. I didn't get a chance to make any of that, but definitely want to shout out, keep the energy going, and just want to say thank the brother for coming back into town. And so I want to thank Dr. Lateef Tariq here. Last week we had a 1-hour discussion around the Malcolm X birthday, Dr. Lateef Tariq, and you can check that out, that whole 1-hour interview on YouTube, where if you Google his name and my name together, it should pop up, or go to eLife Media. And I have, well, before let me just make some announcements before I get into that. Of course, this coming, and I'll mention this again, this coming Saturday, we will have Brother Roland Grimes traveling, thank you, the Traveling Talk Show Live with musical guest Greg Boyer. And that will be at the Black Box Theater. The Black Box Theater tickets are just $25, so support that. I will be present, 4185 Indian Head Highway in Indian Head, Maryland. All right, so definitely check that out this Saturday, May the 13th, 4 p.m. And I have, of course, in the studio, and I have a guest in the studio and a guest on the line. This brother, he has been doing some theater work. And so this conversation, we're going to talk about, just actor, just the industry, as well as performing arts, shall I say. But I have first, in the studio, Brother Darrick Johnson. Greetings and welcome, greetings, brother. Thank you. And he has a play coming up here, and we'll talk about that. Of Malcolm X. Yeah. Turn your hips a little bit. Okay, yeah, so they can see your face. Well, Malcolm X, an American legend, and on the line from, well, let me see where she may be, but you in Springfield too? Okay, everybody's from Springfield. Okay, all right. So I have on the line with us Sister Danielle Ward. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
Okay, great. Now, are you on a speakerphone or a hotline?
I have a headset on. Should I go ahead and pick it up?
Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, he said he'll adjust it. But yeah, so definitely, I appreciate you joining me here. We've been trying to say we're going to set this up, and I couldn't pick a more perfect opportunity to have a brother that's going to be doing an amazing play. So you can say good evening to my guest in the studio, Brother Darrick. How you doing?
I'm great.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
I'm glad to be on here. Nice to meet you.
All right, likewise. All right. So both of you are, actors, and I'm gonna lead with Danielle first to just ask her one question. I mean, we'll go. Yeah, right. So that's some good points. But so Danielle, I met her through one of her latest films. She's been in 3 films totally. Well, 3 of this particular film genre of films. But her first, she started with This Life Ain't Easy, right?
Ain't pretty. This life ain't pretty.
Okay, yeah. How to mix that up? Yeah. So This Life Ain't Pretty.
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. So now, first, let's go back. So, what made you get into, performing arts and acting?
Well, I tell you what. When I was a little girl, I used to watch like I Dream of Jeannie and Wonder Woman novel shows, and I would just go to my room and act all that stuff out. Using my imagination and everything like that.
Okay.
So when I got older, like it was always in my mind, but at the time when I was a little girl, I didn't realize that it was actually achievable, that it was actually, I could actually see myself on the television on the big screen. So, fast forward to, when I'm a teenager, I so bad wanted to do like the school plays, but at the time, I was so self-conscious because like my teeth were jacked up, like I needed braces and everything. So I had some self-esteem issues. So fast forward to like my mid-20s, I got that taken care of. I went and got braces and everything. So I can't stop smiling after that. But it was after that point that I started dabbling, plays here, like church productions, things like that. And in 2009, I saw a casting call in one of our local papers for This Life Ain't Pretty, and I was like, you know what, I can do that. So I went and auditioned and got it almost immediately. And so that just kind of got the ball rolling.
Wow, wow. So tell us a little bit about that. So now this was what was considered a short film, correct? And a short.
Yes.
And it won the Cam Williams short film top 5 films. Was that a particular year or what was that?
In 2009, yes.
Okay, okay, great. Wow, so that really kind of was your first on film experience, shall I say, correct?
Yes, and I was terrified and exhilarated all at the same time.
Okay. So all right, well let me just we're gonna go back and forth if you got a little time to hang out with us here. Okay. So, but I have brother Darrick Johnson. Right. Yeah, my family name is Johnson. Yeah, but you have something coming up here in May, May the 20th, here at Everlasting Life, which is we honor the birthday of Malcolm X, and that's going to be his birthday is actually on the 19th, but by any means, Edutainment presents a Malcolm X and American Legend with a question and answer after the performance. Now, is this a solo one man?
This is a one-man.
One-man production. Okay, Danielle, have you done any one-woman productions yet? Okay, all right. Well, we gonna work that. But let me shout out Kimberly Connor, who I met Danielle from. She's a director of several films, and she's been doing an amazing job. And she's going to Vegas, as she's been posting. So let me give Kim a shout out. She's been on here several times. So let me ask you, brother Darrick, where did you get started with acting?
Well, it was a little different for me. I used to be a prize fighter, but I was always a very culturally aware young man.
Okay.
And so I was moved by Ali. I mean,
really?
Ali the fighter, but also Ali the activist.
Yes.
And that's what really moved me.
Okay.
And so that was one of the inspirations that got me boxing, even though I was a young man who got in fights all the time, and I got the joy of boxing. And my mother used to always tell me, God bless you, get knocked upside the head in no boxing ring. You have a tremendous creative talent. But I never followed my creativity. I used to always sit in my room and, like the sister said, use your imagination. I used to draw and things of that nature, but I never really pursued the arts.
Okay.
And my boxing career ended probably ended around 1995, 96. And when I was
what was your weight class?
I was a welterweight.
Okay.
I fought amateur and professional. I was all Marine Corps boxer in 1988. I made it to the Olympic trials, but you can't be in the streets and be a fighter and be successful. So I was my worst enemy.
Yeah.
But I was always one of those persons trying to make a difference in the community. I've been involved in a lot of different things. And so I began to write when my boxing career ended. And one day I began to write, I wrote something about the use of the N-word in our community.
Wow.
And somebody told me about it over the mic. I went out there, spit my piece, and everybody's like, oh, got off stage, and somebody said, I don't know about you, but after that brother there, I'm ready to go march.
Oh, right.
and so I started with poetry. Then I saw, and I've been a student of Malcolm probably since 1981 or so. And so I saw a audition for a play called The Meeting. And so I went out and auditioned. It's a play about what would happen at Malcolm and Martin joint forces.
I think I'm going to see that tomorrow.
Okay. Well, it's been out for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right.
And
I haven't seen it.
Powerful play.
Wow.
It's powerful.
Okay.
And so I auditioned, got the role,
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when I was doing that for a while, maybe 2 or 3 years. And then one night we were performing, I think in District Heights, and the guy played Martin. You know, we had a few disagreements off stage. On stage, we were great, and so he didn't show up.
Okay.
And so this particular night, I had a lot of people come to the show.
Wow. And
I got out there and I did his line and I did my line.
Wow.
And out of that, I just wrote me a one-man show. Like this was around 2011, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward to 2013, I was continuing to do the meeting. Then in 2013, someone called me from seeing some stuff I had on YouTube. I used to do these small little skits about, and they said, you got a one-man show, a festival, and it's about bringing history out of books. And I got invited to South Carolina. You know, it was mostly white audiences. So my first question was, how are they going to receive Malcolm? Wow. I went down there and tore that thing up. Wow. And I mean, I sold out 8 shows, and I mean, it was just amazing. And so I wrote the piece about 3 months prior to going down there. It went well. I got back home and just began to continue to do it. And so I've been really on this pushing it, really trying to get it out there. And I've gotten pretty good reviews from it, and still just really doing it. I got a chance to meet Malcolm's Malcolm's daughter Ilyasha, and she's seen me a couple times. She hasn't seen this production, but she's seen me and she knows of me. And so I'm really trying to get it out there because I feel good about this piece, and I don't think Malcolm is someone who gets enough recognition that he deserves. Wow. Yeah. And one of the reasons I do this, I've been doing this every year for the birthday, because I believe he deserves the same recognition as his contemporary, Dr. Martin Luther King. Yes, sir. Yes, which he doesn't get.
Wow. Wow. All right. Yeah. So definitely looking forward to this. So this is coming up here next Saturday, not this one coming up, but May the 20th, 7 to 10 p.m. here at Everlasting Life, 9185 Central Avenue in Capitol Heights, Maryland. And admission is $20 and $15 for students with ID. And I'm going to give out his contact information, Brother Darrick Johnson, 202-427-2414 or Darrick Johnson 63 at Gmail. Let me say that one more time. Darrick Johnson 63 at Gmail. Great.
And I also mentioned I'm a playwright as well, so I've written 3 plays.
Okay, great. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Well, mention some of those plays.
Okay, I've written a play called The Name of Love.
The Name of Love. Okay.
And actually, this play was motivated by I proposed to my wife in the play because my first wife, and I'm not trying to put her down, she's one of those strong, independent minded women. And at the time, I was a fighter.
Roland, what you know about that?
Was it making
Go ahead.
Was it making much money as a fighter? So she went out and bought her own ring, and I was disappointed, but I went through with it anyway. Okay. And so that relationship didn't work out. I got two kids by that, which I'm very proud of. Two well-rounded adult women who I'm very, very proud of. So when that marriage didn't work out, I said I'm going to do something unique and special if I ever get married again. And so I just wrote this piece about what we all go through and trying to find love. I mean, loving yourself, losing love, all these different things. I gathered together a lot of poets, and we told various stories about these aspects of love. And at the end, I dropped one and proposed to my current wife. So that's my first play, and I've rewritten it. Of course, I'm married right now, so I've rewritten it, which really speaks to us loving ourselves and showing more love to the community, and how love is a powerful, powerful piece that we must not dismiss. You know, and my other play is Same Goal, Different View, Love is Revolutionary. So it's about a clash between the Black Power movement and the Civil Rights movement. It's a very, very powerful piece that's what I'm really starting to work on again when I finish this one-man show of Malcolm, because all my cast members have been asking me, so when are we going to do your other plays again? Because I got a lot of the same, my theater group is By Any Means Edutainment. So I have a lot of folks out there we're working with for a while. Wow. And they've been asking me for a while, you've been doing this Malcolm thing for quite a while. And I say, well, you know, it's me really toning it and getting what I really wanted, because one-man shows are very unique. Right, they are, you know, and it takes a lot of work to really be effective. Just think about it. You have to engage an audience
Yeah.
by yourself.
By yourself, right?
This show is like 45 minutes.
Wow, wow,
So,
okay.
so it takes a lot.
Yes.
I'm proud of it, though.
Wow.
Very proud of it.
So Danielle,
Yes, sir.
did you hear that? Now, what's that play? What's that play?
Which one?
The first one.
In the Name of Love.
In the Name of Love, right? No, I'm laughing because we're gonna talk about Before I Do. That's where I know Danielle from. She played quite a unique character. We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. But you also played in a film with Mr. Glover, Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Now, what talk about that? Talk about that film.
Okay, I had a very small heart.
Okay.
So, it was affirming for me at the time. And I shot it probably 2 months before we filmed Before I Do. But Mr. Lister Productions was coming here because the film was based, and it's about GMO. So they needed, good old Midwest cornfields and things like that. So they did an open casting call in the Champaign, Illinois paper. And I submitted my reel, my headshot and all that. And they called and I was like, oh my gosh. And you know what? I only had 3 lines, but I tell you what, it's probably the biggest, one of the more bigger budget films that I've done. But
okay.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Being able to see all these people on set and just kind of see how everything works.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just very affirming.
Now, no, I'm sorry. What's the name of that again? Did you?
Oh, sorry. It's called Consume.
Consume. Okay, I got it right here. Consume.
It has been on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but
okay.
It should be available streaming.
Consume, and that deals with, you
with
said
GMOs and how people, there's so many people with food allergies now, and it goes into the scientific reasons why a lot of the foods that we eat are killing us, or making us sick.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Dr. Baruch may have it here. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was going to say, in this film, I was a police office receptionist, and
You were 5-0?
I had 3 lines, and I killed those 3 lines, right? And
Okay.
the director was like, Danielle, I really like what you're doing, and he was just challenging me, throwing other things at me, and which was really a different experience.
When you say he was throwing other things at you, you mean like making recommendations about the future, or?
He's like, hey, this time I want you to do this, or this time you're gonna, act like you're on the phone and do this, and we're gonna throw some other guys in the scene with you, and you're gonna talk to them, and things that weren't in the original script.
Okay.
So yeah.
So all you did, you had your reel now, and your headshot.
My headshot, my reel, and my resume. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So and that was it, right?
That was it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Wow. That's really great. So, and how now when you say the production, how big of a production was that? I mean, if or when you say a bigger budgeted, what's a big budget to you? I mean, or in general?
Well, and this is going to sound like I don't know how much the budget was, but they did have other, named actors in the film. Okay. But this film allowed me to get my SAG card.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you. So, explain what a SAG card is and how do you get it?
The SAG card?
Right.
Well, there's a few different ways to get it. I got on. When you fill out the contract and sign your life away, there's a sheet called Taft-Hartley. So basically, there's all these questions, for them to fill out, basically asking them, why you didn't use a union actor already for this role. So,
right. Mm-hmm.
So it's all that. So I had that. So after we wrapped and they sent me my paycheck, I called the SAG office, and because at this point, I'm thinking this was my 5th film, I think, at that point that I've done. But, there's a fee, of course. for joining SAG. But once I had that, you know, those the initial dues together, and I sent in my check stub and everything, and they sent me my SAG card. So it really did, you know, help my career at that point.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So, I mean, I know it's dealing with the union, and you know, when certain productions come to an area, generally speaking, they want to get the union people first, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all right, sounds good, sounds good. So, and then you came the more recent production that you did with our friend Kimberly Connor,
Yes.
with Omar Gooding and Jensen Atwood in Before I Do. So explain, so just open up in terms of how that connection happened and in your role.
Well, this is Kim's third film, and also second and also third film. But I
Right.
still had auditions for this one, and I was so nervous because you know she auditioned people in Chicago and all over. So
Wow.
I didn't feel like I was a shoe-in, you know what I mean? I felt like I had to work, which was fine. So I auditioned for her and a couple of the producers and everything, and then she offered the role of Imani Ambrose, who is the female lead in this film. And without giving too much away, Imani is a flight attendant, but she's also a poet. But she's one of those people that I call her procrastinator because she's artistic, but she's not confident enough to go ahead with it, you know, to write that book and things like that.
Right.
But I feel like this film is about taking risks, following your passion, and asking people if you're content with a mediocre life. You know, are you content with just existing, going to work day to day, paying bills, or are you going to take some risks to do something to make you feel alive?
Right, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So, brother, you want to add on to anything you heard, or
No, I'm just listening. I mean, she is right on the point. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so well, let me go to Brother Darrick. In terms of some of your responses, like instant, I saw a play at Bowie State maybe about 3 months ago. It was called Betty Shabazz versus the Nation.
Oh, wow.
Check that out, brother.
Yeah,
Check that out. It was a company up in New York, and I've been connected to the professor of performing arts at Coppin State University.
Okay.
Like every time they do a play, they'll have, you know, like people moderating. Well, you know, to moderate the talk back after, you know, and this was, well, the first play that I moderated at Coppin was it was after the riots in Baltimore. So someone created a play dealing with you know, the violence and that. So but yeah, so that was just this Betty versus Malcolm X.
I mean, that's the beauty about the arts, you know, writing plays. I mean, because that's a lot of my plays are centered around issues that we deal with every day. I mean, I try to make mine very conscientious. I always tell people I want to challenge and stimulate your mind.
Right,
you know,
right,
that's why
right,
entertainment is all about using the creative arts as a means to educate and entertain. And so that's what it's always been about for me. You know, and that's the beauty about the arts. You can really tell a lot of stories. I mean, I work for the federal government, and we do this talent showcase every year. And in my little slick way, I use my arts to say some things. If you look below the surface, you're like, wow, you know, a lot of the brothers and sisters like, man, hey, they call me Brother Malcolm. Wow, Brother Malcolm, you gotta watch that, man. I want you to lose your clearance. But yeah, I gotta be me.
Right. Yes. So Ishton, just thinking about that in terms of, you know, the perception, and Danielle, I'm gonna ask both of you this question. What do you see, for instance, in terms of some of these different roles that what's the term? Like how, well, let me just give this example. I was talking to I was talking to this young brother that he's going to be in the Tupac film that's coming out. All Eyes on Me. I know Danielle going to see it, right? So, say again.
Brother's playing too.
I know he does. He does. Yeah, he does look like him, right? Right. So, but he, and I'm gonna get him on here. He had a small part in the film, but he was explaining how sometimes, you know, when you play a certain type of role, and maybe Danielle, you can, you know, kind of fill this in terms of like he's now like he played one role like in the prison, and he was in The Wire too, and he was shooting craps in The Wire, and he said that.
I did the episode of The Wire too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I was just an extra.
Okay. All right. Well, this guy, he won the craps game, so he gets to say he won the craps game. But I talked to him like a couple days ago, like last week, and he said, "Man, they keep trying to give me these jail roles," and you know, Danielle, and I don't know, like in terms of, you know, have you really said that you only going to do like certain things? You know, you're gonna try to stay within a particular character, in a sense.
You know what? I know what I really don't want to play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to mess with any buffoonery kind of role or anything that's going to continue the negative stereotypes of Black people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to roles where anybody can look at that role, you know, regardless of Black, white, or whatever, and see themselves with a family member. But I just want to play characters that are positive, but also challenging. You know, it doesn't have to be a good shitty role. It's something that shows my ranks, but I definitely do not want to contribute to negative stereotypes. That's one thing I do not want to do, and I feel like I've been fortunate so far that I haven't been offered anything like that.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. So, brother Darrick, with your plays, I mean, so are you seeing them, just keeping them as plays, or would you be interested in like having them, you know?
Yeah, I would be. Like I said, okay. I'm fairly new in this game. Okay. I just started writing and acting really in 2000.
Okay.
You know, and still, you know, I feel good about where I am.
Right.
You know, it's just like I just did it.
Yeah.
Just jumped out there and did it because. But being a fighter, you know, I went from the boxing ring stage to the performance stage, so it wasn't that much of a challenge.
Right.
I just don't stand the risk of getting hurt on stage. But you know, it's exciting. So kind of like the sister said, I like I said, I've done a video before. I did an extra in The Wire.
Mm-hmm.
I've been putting my headshots out, trying to get those. I haven't really got it as of yet. Right. So. But I'm like her. I can't do things that play to the stereotypes and of all the stuff that we see. And we see enough of. I'll say that way. Right. You know. So, but you know, I'm just putting myself out there. You know. So right now, in the meantime, I feel good about the plays I've written and just trying to get someone see it and like it, and maybe want to invest in the things that I'm doing. And that's what my goal is right now, is to find someone who's really willing to invest in it.
Right.
Because sadly, I believe this, when it comes to things of conscience, we don't get as much positive feedback as we would like.
Absolutely.
Whereas if I did something degrading women and things of that nature, I'd probably get packed out.
Academy Award.
The Academy Award, right? Exactly. So it's a challenge. It can be very challenging because so many times I look out there and say, put my heart and soul in what I do, and look out there and see 10 people, you know, but the show must go on. And, you know, and I've been doing this, since the early 2000s, but you know, I'm 54 years old. So sometimes I question, how long do I want to do this?
Right.
You know, that's a real good point.
That's Roland speaking. Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. This is Roland Grimes. Co-engineering, helping my man through the maze of online today. And, my pleasure. I really enjoyed the conversation. And I wanted to pose to both of you actually a question for what I want to call into the gear.
Okay.
And one of the things you mentioned is when you do it, there's 10 people out there. And I may I may be like some people experiencing that same thing with some of the things that when you create.
Right.
You don't have the institution or you don't have the institutional buy-in or tie-in.
Right.
You're really coming from an independent perspective.
Yeah, of course.
And what happens is first you have to deal with yourself after that. And then second of all, you're now going to get the naysayers around you saying, oh man, this isn't going to work.
Right.
And then of course the third thing is now you have to generate enthusiasm to go out and keep doing it. Keep doing it until you pass that bar. Yeah. And then the fourth thing is you look at your age and passes of time and say, how long do I keep doing this? Yeah. So what types of things do you read, do you watch, do you listen to, do you pray about to help you to maintain and sustain you when you're going through that part of this journey?
Right. Well, I meditate a lot. I'm an avid reader, you know, and like I said, a lot of my stuff is culturally driven, so I'm always reading, trying to find new angles and creative spins. To you know, I like to, like I said earlier, challenge people. So you said something real critical right there, dealing with yourself, and I deal with that and trying to motivate myself to keep going pushing, because I did this show in February for Black History Month, and a lot of people, I get a lot of people who will tell me, man, I love what you do and this and that, the other, but I look out, I don't see many of those people at my shows. You know, and I know everyone has a life that we're living, and everyone's taking care of kids and trying to push forward family and things of that nature. So I try not to take it personally, but it's challenging. It's very challenging. So, you know, like I said, I meditate. I'm a very spiritual person. I exercise and I just read a lot, just keep on. I mean, because I feel strongly about, especially this character Malcolm. He's someone who made a great impact on me in my life, especially during a time when I was really a troubled individual. And Malcolm encouraged me to read and study. Right, you know, I was a young man who got kicked out of school, but every year for a long time. You know, and reading the autobiography of Malcolm X in 1981, I believe, really encouraged me to read. And the more I began to learn about him, the more I wanted to become better. Right. You know, and then, you know, I got into my spirituality, and those are the things that keep me moving and keep me doing what I do. Because I feel like I consider myself somewhat of a motivator. So I try to motivate people. I mentor as well. And so I try to especially motivate young people.
Awesome. So Danielle. Okay, so and before I do, you had the opportunity to work with Omar Gooding and Jensen Atwood. So what was the energy and the experience? How would you describe that?
It was amazing, and I would say it was probably the best filming experience ever, because I was the most comfortable and the most prepared.
Okay.
And initially, I was extremely nervous because at the time I wasn't familiar with Jensen. So when Kim had posted the cast list on Facebook and social media, I was getting phone calls and Facebook messages asking about Jensen, and people all excited. They were like, I used to watch Jensen, you know, this is some of his fans who were like,
right.
And so then that made me nervous. And he's just a really, really good looking guy. So I was like, oh my God, I'm a little nervous about this whole thing.
All right.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, don't be nervous, Daniel. I'm a real good looking guy too. So it's all right.
So, you know, I kept thinking, if we had like no chemistry, or, you know, because the whole movie, the foundation was based on our chemistry of our, you know, relationship with ourselves. And so I met him. It was the day before filming when we had a casting crew meeting, and I was like, oh my God, we're better in person, right? So I was like, never down, okay. So afterwards, the meeting, I just, you know, started talking to National Texas, and he really is really a very kind and a warm person. So after that, I was like, this is gonna be fantastic, and it was. You know, when Omar and Drea and the other cast started coming in, it was just fantastic. It really did feel like a family with all of us.
Wow.
So I really enjoyed it.
Wow. And that film has gone several places, right?
Oh, we just came back to France to the film festival.
Ah,
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been everywhere, but it is gonna be in Vegas
that's right.
in August.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. That's going to be, really powerful. I'm starting to get that pumped up right now. So, that, it's certain places, I think, and I asked him how she felt, just in terms of, I mean, depending upon where you're trying to take your craft to, but I asked him how does being in I guess close to Chicago, but which can be considered Roland understand this conversation about your major markets for media communications, and so how do you feel in terms of you being there, or do you feel like that you're that you could do better, say in New York or LA or even maybe Atlanta now? A lot of black people trying to create a black Hollywood in Atlanta. I see many people thinking about that. So what would you say to that?
You know what? I'm actually contemplating moving.
Okay.
But the thing is, because right now I'm still working at a 9 to 5 job, but my thing is, I guess if I'm willing to take that risk to move to Atlanta and try it there, because it is a bigger market, but there are a lot of things going on down there.
Oh,
I feel like I do need to move.
really?
Take it to the next level. Yes, I feel like I need to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
But I'm a planner, so I'm scared to just be hasty, sell my house and just like go.
Right.
Someone else plan.
Yeah. You definitely have to have some semblance of what you say, Roland. Why are you shaking your head? You telling her to just leave, just get up and go?
I'm saying,
Wait a minute, Roland, get ready to say comment. Danielle.
don't think jump.
Don't think jump. Just sell your house. Just go with it. And
Go.
honestly, I mean, sometimes and as I was talking to the young brother in the Tupac film, he was telling me that he got another opportunity to go to LA, and he feel. I mean, he not gonna stay there this time, but he's just like feeling that he need to go. He feel like he need to do everything. Well, he felt like he has done everything in Baltimore that he possibly, from being in the wire. It's like that's considered one of the biggest things that you're gonna get in Baltimore. So yeah, I definitely can see this, or even if some people kind of travel, just to make things happen, So well, let me ask you. So you said you did this in South Carolina. Have you, brother Darrick? Have you done, or considering or trying to push into any other markets?
I've thought about it. I mean, when you get older, it's a little more challenging.
Right. Yeah. I
understand.
that.
And like I said, I was late into the
Right.
the acting game. I really was.
Right.
And I've done a few other things. I've done Color Purple a couple times. I've done just put myself out there, and I've considered it, because my kids are grown now. And I always say, wow, if I got this bug back when I was 20 or 19, but then again, my mind was set for fighting. I was a boxer,
right?
And so I put all my eggs in that basket. That didn't work out as I had planned. So,
well, what's his name? Yeah, him or Samuel Jackson.
Both
of them. Kind of, yeah. Right, Danielle.
I mean, those cats took drama in school, I believe.
Right.
I think they did.
Good. Yeah, did they really? No. Well, let me ask you, Danielle. So, did you take any other like classes, or what did you do besides being in your room looking at I Dream of Jeannie and looking in the mirror? What else? Huh? Okay.
But I studied with an acting coach for almost 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
And
okay.
I thought she was amazing, so I reached out. And you know what? After I did my second film, Jumped In, I realized that I needed some help.
Okay.
You know, that I felt just that I could use some help with character building, things like that. I just knew that I wasn't operating, I guess, at 100%. So I reached out to her, and she really, really challenged me. And I can say that this has really, preparing for roles has really, really made me search out who I am. You know, because while you're trying to figure out who this character is and what makes me tick, it makes you ask the same questions of yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's
wow.
true. So true.
That's a powerful statement.
So
indeed, indeed. And you know what's interesting? I'm gonna head to the Maryland Miami Film Festival. Kim, you know, it's not that she told me to go, but you know, I said that you know, and the reason that I'm interested, just being a public speaker and you know, attempting to understand audience participation and interaction, you know, I've gotten very, you know, interested, you know, and we actually, I was responsible. We brought the film before I do. Danielle was supposed to have been there. But no problem, no problem. But so we had Kim and brother David, he was one of the camera personnel present. So he came and some other individuals, I think, from in this area, not directly in the film, came. But I'm very interested in, you know, just like you said, brother Darrick, in terms of knowing like it's just you, because I mean, there's no people looking just at you when you're speaking, you know. So I wanted to really get into understanding just that audience interaction, and you know, and not just talking,
right,
you know, but using your whole body.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I mean, I use music,
Okay.
slides, and all that, and like I said, you have to. The art of acting is not acting; it's being. You have to really transform yourself into the character that you're playing. So acting is not as simple as it seems, you know. And like the sister said, that's one of the things I'm in the process now, really trying to get some acting coaches, because I feel like I've done a lot on my own, but I feel like I have so much more potential, untapped potential, that I haven't really tapped into yet. Because see, I've directed myself for so long, and I know I have nowhere near maximize my potential. And I really do believe in myself. And you know what's interesting? He says you want to understand this. I just jumped into the public speaking field. So that's something that I've always admired. I just recently completed a public speaking course a few months ago. And had me a public speaking engagement on Thursday.
Oh wow!
And the guest that was just here, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow!
Henry Jones.
Yes. So Danielle, so what else is what do you have on the horizon?
Well, I think that is a couple of things. A couple weeks ago, I did it's called Butt Ugly. It was a commercial.
Yes.
Campaign. But I also wrapped a film called Green, and the writer-director, his name is Stephen Bailey. This young man is still on the college of campaign, but when I read this script, I met him at a film festival before I do the screening, and I was so obsessed with him that he had a short film screening there as well. So he had posted something, you know, a casting call, and so I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, you got to go over to someone like me, and he did a little bit of the script, and you know, I sent him my reel and everything like that. So he kind of wrote this part with me in mind. So I read the script and I was just amazed at the maturity of it and how well written it is. Just for such a young person.
Wow.
But the character that I played, her name is Darrick. She's someone that has suffered a lot of loss. And the young man that wrote it also stars in it. So he is my son-in-law in this film. And my character is a very nurturing person, and she's just kind of trying to help him find his way and turn his life back around. So that should be. I know I think August is when he wants to be done with post-production as far as,
So that's a short film?
well, it's a feature, it is a feature.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So that's actually being shot there.
I believe it wrapped last Saturday. It was shot in campaign.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So Brother Darrick, so you have this coming up here, May the 20th again, everybody. That's going to be here at the E-Life Media, Everlasting Life Restaurant and E-Life Media Studio. So maybe if we could get an interview with you, I'm not sure how we're rolling will be then, or after effect, or shoot a cut, or the panel discussion at least, however part that you would like for us to shoot. So we however.
Let me add this as well.
Sure.
It's the one-man show, but it also will be African drumming, song, poetry.
Wow. Okay,
and so
thank you for that.
That's the whole concept. Like I said, by any means, entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And so all my shows are about, it's not just my one-man show.
Right.
But I really try to bring a package that people can really come out and
Okay.
feel like. I always feel good when people walk and say, man, I learned a little something.
Wow.
And that's my whole basis, is people walking away, not just feel good, but also feel like they gain something from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my goals, is always to have people leaving like, wow, maybe
an experience
to want to,
right.
like, for instance,
and knowledge.
Right, and knowledge.
Right.
See, for instance, what I've learned is a lot of people haven't read the autobiography.
Right.
And I tell people all the time,
yes,
if you haven't read the autobiography, come see my show.
Yes,
Because my show is based on Alex Haley's autobiography.
Right.
So you'll see it dramatized. The whole book is dramatized out, by me.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's something that I'm very, very proud of. And I always get encouraged when people say, you have influenced me to want to learn more about that. And that's the whole basis of what I'm doing. Is really trying to get people more engaged in this American legend, because that's what he is.
Yes. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So Danielle, anything else you did we cover everything? You feeling good? Anything you? Beautiful. Okay. All right. So I just want to, give you a chance to, if anything else you want to add to this conversation, any questions, or what do you would like to leave the listening audience in terms of, share if people were starting, or, like even Brother Darrick, I mean, not that he's starting, but,
trying to go to the next level.
Yeah, trying to go to the next level. Just kind of give him something that you from hearing this conversation, what can he begin to do in the listening audience as well?
Well, number one, you have to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And also realize that there's nothing wrong with getting a coach or taking classes.
Right.
Step up your game, and just surround yourself with positive people, because there will be those naysayers that, they do a root job. But also, you have to make sure that you have a healthy dose of that you love yourself.
Right.
Sometimes I think people get into acting or things, whether it's for like validation and things like that. And if you don't get it, and you don't have that self-love for yourself, that could really do something.
Wow.
Great.
All right. Well, so if anybody wanted to reach out for you, this is Sister Danielle Ward. She was in several films, Brothers and Sisters, This Life Ain't Easy. This Life, I keep saying this life. All right, This Life Ain't Pretty. Consumed, and Before I Do, and several other films, but those were some of her key films that she has been in. So if anybody wants to reach you, sister, for any coaching or advice, or just to network, or to maybe when Brother Darrick's plays ready to jump off, you may
put your Facebook.
Yeah, she's definitely on that. So we'll can make that happen. How will people reach you?
By email, and my email address is Danielle_DWard@yahoo.com. Danielle is spelled DANIELLE_DWARD WARD@yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. All right, Danielle. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you for, calling in and hanging with us for an hour, sister. I appreciate that very much. Said we were going to make it happen and hope that you have enjoyed yourself.
I have, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I was so nervous at first.
All right. Well, we did it right. We did it right. Had somebody in here with you to, make it flow. So again, thank you again, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Good night, Danielle.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. All right. Yeah. So we got a little 5 more minutes here. So just to let everybody know, well, first let me mention Brother Roland Grimes here. He's going to be doing the like nothing you ever seen before, the Roland Grimes traveling talk show live with musical guest Greg Boyer and yeah and Peloton. Okay, all right. And this is going to be at the Black Box Theater Saturday, May the 13th, 4 p.m. Tickets are just $25, and that's 4185 Indian Head Highway in Indian Head, Maryland. All right, and you can go to the website IndianHeadBlackBox.org. Indian Head, everybody should know how to spell that. Black Box, IndianHeadBlackBox.org for tickets, and that is this coming Saturday, May the 13th. Now, is that somebody calling in? I guess so. Let's see who's calling in. Okay, you are live. Who's calling? Dr. Reba. How are you? Oh, good. I'm glad you called in. Oh, great. So we are still live here. Got Brother Darrick here.
Hey, Reba.
How you doing, Darrick?
I was trying to call you.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying to call you.
Yes, we had our call-in guests here. Right. So hopefully you heard it. Anything you care to add to Brother Darrick's conversation?
Yes, I enjoyed everything this evening. I want to suggest you all Darrick's program when it's over. He has a question and answer session.
Okay.
Play characters not the match.
Right.
And it really makes a very interesting exchange with the audience because
wow.
they're spellbound by his presentation.
Wow.
And I keep saying his show is going to be Broadway bound.
Okay.
Good.
Wow.
His presentation, once you see it, you're going to love it. And when the question and answer period comes, it's very, very interesting. The question generated.
Yes. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Right.
Do you want to say anything?
Thank you.
There's only one from May 20.
Yes.
And there'll be vendors there as well. So it's going to be a great evening conversation and interacting and networking. And Brother Aki will be there with his book as well.
Yes.
So it should be very wonderful to have a time before the program begins and the drumming and the performance. It'll be wonderful.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So thank you, Dr. Reba. Appreciate that. All right.
All right. Good night, Reba. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. All right. So again, that's Saturday, and just to let everybody know, on Sunday, the following day, we have Dr. Jared Ball and Brother Dr. Mark Bowden. They will have a discussion. I'll be moderating that. That's in Baltimore at Terra Cafe in Baltimore, and that is tickets $20. We're going to honor actually 2 elders with the Malcolm X Legacy Award, Brother Lou Fields and Mama Nzinga in Baltimore. So we got to. Though with the Malcolm X Legacy Award, that's what we're giving 2 of our community elders out of Baltimore. So that's Sunday at Terra Cafe. For those that are aware of Terra Cafe in Baltimore, it's the spot now in Baltimore. So, man, we got a Power Pack weekend coming up, Brother Darrick. So I'm looking forward to, getting more knowledge about Malcolm X and things I didn't know, and see it perform. I mean, like I said, when I went to that the Bowie play, man. I want you to look that up. It was Malcolm. It was called Betty Shabazz versus the Nation. it was very interesting. It was very interesting. So and I still have the gentleman's card for that. So but definitely, Brother Roland.
We're good, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So thank you all for tuning in, listening in. And my battery is about to die on my laptop anyway, so we are good to go. So thank you, Brother Darrick. Look forward. We shall talk, brother. Peace. All right, everybody. Till next week. We will be back next week. We are out.